Welcome to the Prince Makai channel. Today, I want to do a topic about how, mind you, I'm going to keep doing topics now more than I do story times. I love doing story times, but I've noticed that my channel has only like 2 full videos of me doing actual topics. And so I want to talk about a topic. The topic is your partner's friends, your boyfriend, your husband, your girlfriend, your wife, who you're dating, who even you're having sex with, whoever you're involved with, their friends are not your friends. They're not, I'm going to say this, they are not your friends at all.
She's not your friend. She's full of
Trust me from experience. I know what I'm talking about. Or really, I never really grasped that concept until my last relationship with my ex. His friends used to smile in my face. Smile in your face. Literally tell me they love me. All kinds of shit.
You're full of right now.
Out of all my ex's friends, there's only about four of them that I really felt were 100% genuine. Everyone else, they dogged me out. They would tell him to leave. One of them kissed my ex, which is his friend. She's a girl's boyfriend. You're a homo. We all used to hang out. They ended up kissing. Like they'll plot on you to get with your partner behind your back. They'll text your partner, come outside, just leave without him, or they'll give him advice when they're abusive and toxic in their own relationship.
The pot calling the kettle black around this mother.
They will play both sides. They will talk about you. They will bask in the drama. They love to sit back and watch the drama play out. It's tea for them. I have receipts on these people for days and days and days. But you know what? I'm not gonna put it out. It's just for my own side.
I wouldn't pop off too much because of what I got on you. Come on. The stuff I got on you, you'll be apologizing.
Satisfaction. But anything that I say, I can repeat. And everything that they said, they can't repeat. So that just goes back to say that your partner's friends are going to be fake with you. They're going to tell you they love you to your face, and then they're going to be talking shit about you, or telling your partner to leave you, or telling them how uncomfortable you make them, or just playing both sides. They're going to do the same thing to you. They're going to play both sides. They're never going to choose you or be more loyal to you than your partner, which I never expected my ex's friends to be more loyal to me. I just expected them to treat me equally, but they're not going to do that either. They're going to say they are, and they're going to do it to your face, meaning like they're going to act like it to your face, but then behind closed doors, they're dogging you, they're talking shit, or they're agreeing with what your partner's saying. And I just want to say that people need to really realize that your partner's friends are not your friends. They would never be. I don't care how close you get with them. I don't care if you fuck them. I don't care if you develop your own relationship with them. I don't care if they invite you to their baby shower and their wedding. I don't care if you spend the night at their house. They will never be your friends. And they will prove that to you time and time again. Now, I say it with such passion because, it's a lot of hurt that I went through that I'm still moving past with that. My ex used to tell me everything his friends would say. And then we'll be hanging out with them, and maybe they've noticed that the vibes were off, or I was, I lashed out. I would curse them out. I will go right to them and confront them. They're not used to that. They're used to all just talking about each other and not really confronting each other.
And you not watching like that's what I'm talking about.
But I did that. And, they didn't really know. They just saw me acting out and attacking them or starting trouble, but they didn't know that I knew what they were saying about me. And my ex would tell me, mainly when we would get into arguments, he'll be like, that's why my friends said that, they were right about you, and I should have listened to them, and they told me that you were ugly and you were jealous of me, you were trying to use me, take me down, or it's only a matter of time, and that he does this to you again. But then they'll smile in my face. And then one of his friends got upset because I went over to her house on the request of my ex, and I didn't really talk. And she told him that was rude. And I'm like, well, bitch, I've heard you talking shit about me. I've seen the messages. He tells me everything that you say about me. I don't know why, because then he screams he just wants me to get along with his friends. He wants me to be around his friends. He wants me to... he used to tell me, Makai, my friends love you. They love you. Why are you doing... But yet he would tell me what they would say. So, Stuff like that. They're going to act oblivious. They're going to act like they don't know what you're talking about. When you confront them, they're going to act like you're hostile. They're going to act like you're aggressive.
So aggressive. She's being aggressive. She needs to go.
Run to your partner and tell your partner they feel uncomfortable. Whenever you message them privately or you want to talk to them privately, they're going to go and tell your partner instead of womming up, manning up, and talking to you. They're going to run to your partner.
You can't woman up, and you never have.
Like you're the kid and your partner is the parent. I'm just letting you know now. Take this with you and learn from me.
And I want you to take this with you for the rest of your life.
I struggle now to even want to even be friends with my future partner's friends because of this experience.
This is a struggle for me.
I've realized that I cannot be friends with my partner's friends. It just can't happen. I mean, I can go out with them and have a good time, but I will never say anything personal to them like I used to tell my partner's friends, and they will go back and tell my partner, or they will, you know what I'm saying, and gossip with each other. I would never get too close with them because I've been really betrayed badly by my partner's friends, and my partner would also provoke me behind the scenes, or I would provoke him behind the scenes. We would be toxic towards each other behind the scenes. But one thing about me, if I'm gonna be toxic with you behind the scenes, when we go off on each other, I'm gonna display that even in front of people. In terms of like, I'm not gonna sit there and act out in front of people. I'm not that kind of person. But if you start with me, I'm not gonna just wait till we get behind closed doors and then do it. And then I'm gonna let it out. With my ex, he used to just do it behind the scenes. And then in front of everybody, he put on this front like, I don't know why he's doing this. All I did was try to love him, and he's crazy, and he's
Out of the room. All of you. Out of the room.
he's doing this. I admit to what I do. I admit that I was not the best boyfriend either. I admit that. But he's the type of person to save face and to keep a reputation that he thinks he has. That he will literally sit there and act like he doesn't know why I'm acting out or responding the way I'm responding. And so I just want to say, like, if you know your partner's kind of two-faced, his friends are two-faced. If you peep that about your partner. And I'm the kind of person that will confront people and let them know how I feel. And you have to understand that your partner's friends are not going to do that. They're always going to run to your partner and tell your partner how they really feel. And then smile in your face when they're around. And you can be man enough and apologize for what you did. They'll sit there and accept the apology, but then tell your partner that they don't really fuck with you still. So, and it's not to keep the peace. That's what they love saying too. I want you guys to know it's not to keep the peace.
Like I said, I keep saying the same thing. It's for a peaceful work environment.
It's to be messy because they live in toxicity and messiness, and they're miserable and they have their own problems in their relationships, but yet they have the nerve to try to give advice to your partner. It's just all a facade. It's a fake. It's a lot of these relationships and these friendships. It's emotional. They need this person for emotional support. That's pretty much all it is. I struggle now with, I always think so if I get into a serious relationship again, I struggle with the thought of what if, I get into a serious relationship and my partner wants me to be integrated with his friends. I'm just paranoid now, and I'm kind of like reluctant, and because I don't want to go through that again. And then you get really close with these people, and you know what I'm saying? You're thinking that they're your friend, and you tell them your business, and then they turn around and just show you that, they're never going to really be your friend like that. If you break up with your partner, they're not going to reach out to you unless it was a real friendship or they really loved you and cared about you. They're not going to reach out to you. They're going to, if you vent to them about your relationship, and you tell them to keep it confidential between you and them, they're going to run and tell your partner. They're going to try to get with your partner behind your back. They're going to do all of that. So I just want to let people know that your partner's friends are not your friends. And if you get close to your partner's friends, that's a huge mistake. I don't give a fuck how close you get with them. I don't care if they saved your life. You were about to fall off a cliff and they saved you. Do not trust them. And they're not your friends. But anyways, this is the Prince Makai channel. Thanks for watching.